Hi guys, good afternoon. 12:30 here in London. Last day of the month, last day of the quarter. So it'll be interesting to see where we finish. I'm personally not too interested in trading for the rest of the day, but certainly where we end up trading is going to be key for me. Got the Dow here. We'll have a look over the S&P and Nasdaq shortly. The blue and red line, the red line 50, the blue the 21-day moving average. For me, the next long has to come above there. So I'm not too interested in looking to buy right now, for example. I almost want to see us close above those points before looking for any push to the upside. To the downside, I've got marked up the low of the 9th of September. So the low of the 9th of September for both the Dow and the S&P, very, very important. We hit that low in early trade this morning. We have bounced since then. So it's really stuck in between those two levels. A move lower, and I think we get the low of last week. Whereas if it does hold, then for me, that could well be, a low for a while. That would be confirmed above the 21-day moving average. The S&P, you can see, is very similar. There we go. Resistance on the 21-day yesterday, again this morning. Didn't quite get to the 9th of September low, so keep a watch on that once the US really come into the market. A break below there, last week's low should come into play. The key level above the moving averages, as I always mention, is 34, sort of 14, 17, give or take, a few pips either way, a few points either way, so keep a watch on that. The Nasdaq, slightly more choppy, but it is kind of in this middle zone. I've got the levels marked up, the high that we had last on the 17th of September, last week's low to the bottom, and we're kind of in that midpoint where a break below, I think a close of the week, week, but also the month and quarter would see us push lower. If we do find a bit of buying into the close of play, then we can push back up to the next level on those highs, and it's that time where if we can push above those in the Dow and the S&P, then it would be all-time highs again. Whether that can come through or not, we'll have to wait and see. Looking over at the Euro, just came back overnight to retest what had been such a solid level of support. I imagine we actually do have a bit more downside to come here. Looking at this on the shorter time frame, just going to remove the moving average and put on the pivot. So you can see we have been drifting lower since the early morning trade. However, we haven't quite got to a level of support where the sellers will want us to finish the day below. So that marks up just above the 117 handle. We close the day below there. I think it's a really good victory for the bears. If we finish more so above 117.40, bit of support from the morning, then the bulls will be slightly happier. But they will ultimately want to see price back above the trend line and the high of the day. So evenly set going into the rest of the day. The pound is being positive over the last couple of hours, but that said, you can see the importance of the low of the day was the high that we had back on the 25th. So keep a watch on that. It'd be simple for me really in saying a close below there on an hour, or certainly the day, which turns into the quarter a month, is pretty bearish, and we can start to move lower. If we do push higher, just be aware that you have the high of the day, highs of yesterday, all in close proximity above the sort of the most recent high that we had in the pivot. So yeah, decision time for the pound. Doesn't look as clean perhaps as the euro does. Aussie is slightly cleaner than the pound though, and the low of yesterday afternoon is the low of this morning. The high that we just had around, say, sort of 9:45 is the other level I'd keep a watch on. So I'd be waiting for a push above or below, not really looking to play the range, and really for the Aussie here, potentially just looking at other markets for more of a guide. Quick look at gold just to wrap it up, which has a little bit of a bounce for me going into the final hours of the quarter a month. Can we confirm the break, the close above here? It looks like we can. A major win would be if we can get back above 1917. That doesn't look too popular for now, but yeah, the line in the sand to the downside I'd have is 1881. Price needs to stay above there for any gold bulls, I would say. Anyway, guys, hope you are well and have a great rest of your day.